What's going on, everyone? This is Kevin Breeze here, and in this video, which we're live streaming by the way, we're doing an unboxing and first impressions of the new BLU Vivo XL4 smartphone. So without further ado, let's get started. So this is actually the first BLU device that I've ever owned, and also I want to let you know that the phone is kind of on a rigged up tripod, so if it bounces around a little bit, I apologize. But yes, this is my first BLU phone that I've ever bought. And I picked this up for $149.99 on Amazon, and it comes factory unlocked, and it's compatible with GSM carriers. So you can see here's the packaging, and this was just announced a few days ago, by the way. But you can see the packaging is pretty unique. I've never really seen packaging quite like this on a smartphone. Hey, what's up, TechRite? So on the back side, you can see we have some specs here, and we'll be going over the specs later once we actually pull the device out of the box. But we have the specs on the back, kind of just a cool design here, XL4 right there on the front, and then some more information on the side there, and then the B for blue, I'm assuming. So let's just start by pulling away the plastic here. So I'll just cut away here, rip the plastic off. All right, there we go. And if anyone has any questions, by the way, let me know in the comment section or the live chat. And if you're watching the replay, of course, feel free to leave any comments that you might have. All right, so it says blue, bold like us. And here is the device. So we'll put the device off to the side first, and we'll go over what's in the box. So there's this nice felt material here, which is pretty cool. And we have a SIM removal tool, which is great to have. Just some sort of deodorant here. We have the headphones, so they're BLU branded headphones. We have the micro USB cable right here, so there is no USB Type-C, unfortunately. We have the wall adapter, which is also BLU branded. We have a BLU sticker. And we have some information here, kind of like a quick start guide for the Vivo XL4 and kind of a guide on how to install the SIM card. Looks like we have, wow, not one, but we have two cases in here. So let's pull these cases out to see what these cases look like. So this one's just kind of a clear case. And it looks like this case might have a design on it. Yeah, this case has the same design on the back that's on the box, which is pretty unique. And it looks like we have one more thing in the box here, and it comes with a screen protector. So that's really cool. I've never really gotten a phone that comes with a screen protector. So we have a screen protector here, and then we have a cleaning cloth so that you can clean the display before putting on the screen protector. So that's really cool, very interesting. Never really seen that coming with the smartphone before. So very cool, BLU. Nice way to make yourself unique. So here is the actual phone. And we'll just get kind of some of the stuff out of the way here. Just move some of the boxes and everything out of the way. All right. So here we go. BLU Vivo XL4. So we have a 6.2-inch HD Plus all-screen design. And the display, oh, thank you for tweeting that out, by the way, TechRite. And the display is actually a 720p display, so that's kind of a downer, but we'll see how it actually looks once we boot this on. So we'll peel this off right here, the little screen protector. And then we'll boot the device on. All right, BLU, there we go, powered by Android, of course. You can see we do have a notch on this phone. Now, taking a look at the back side, oh, and there's a whole other sticker I can actually peel off. There's a lot of stickers on here. Wow. Okay, cool. There's another sticker. I just wanted to get that off. All right, cool. Excellent. So there we go. BLU still kind of loading here, and then we have the Android start menu. So we'll skip a lot of these things. Start as new, skip Wi-Fi, continue, continue. I'm going to skip the date and time. I'm just going to skip everything. I just want to get to the main screen here. Of course, it has a fingerprint sensor, so you can unlock the phone with the fingerprint sensor if you want to. And I'm not even going to do a password at the moment. All right. Adding finishing touches. Just going to, there we go. Now we're at the launcher. And there's just kind of some directions here. And okay. All right, very cool. So here's the display. This is actually on max brightness by default, which is kind of interesting, but it looks nice. Now we're gonna change the wallpaper here. And you can actually get live wallpapers on here, which is pretty cool. We'll go over to wallpapers and choose a different one. And they actually have some really cool wallpapers here, so good job, BLU, because a lot of companies just have really lame wallpapers that come as the default. So I'm glad that's not the case here with the BLU Vivo XL4. So here is the device. Now this device, like I mentioned, is GSM unlocked. So it works with any GSM carrier. It's not going to work with Verizon or Sprint, unfortunately. And this is available for $149.99. But let's just go over kind of the hardware here. So of course up front here we have the 6.2-inch display. There is a notch here on the top, and it's a decently sized notch, not too big, I guess. And the display is 1520 by 7, or no, it's 1520 by 720 resolution, so 720p basically. It has an 18 by 9 aspect ratio, which means that the display is going to be taller than most other, 16 by 9 devices. Now the front-facing camera actually is 13 megapixels, which is really good, and it features a front-facing flash as well, which is kind of a feature that we're starting to see on more and more phones. That's a feature that actually is now on the Samsung Galaxy A6, which I have right here. So this whole front-facing flash thing seems to be catching on with a bunch of different phone manufacturers. So 13 megapixels up front, which is really good for a budget device. There's no wireless charging with this, unfortunately, and there is a fingerprint sensor here on the back. Also on the back is another 13 megapixel camera, and we have a 2 megapixel secondary camera, so you can get portrait mode on here. So another bonus. So portrait mode on a low-end device here is really great to see, because for a while portrait mode was kind of just exclusive to higher-end devices. Now there is there's 3 gigabytes of RAM on this device, and the device runs a MediaTek Helio P22 processor, which is one of the newer processors from MediaTek that's designed for devices like this one. So we'll have to see how that performs. I'm not too familiar with MediaTek processors, as usually I use phones with Qualcomm processors or Apple processors. So we'll have to see if this new product, this new processor from MediaTek is worth using. Now, video recording is limited to 1080p at 30 frames per second, but that's not bad at all. That's pretty standard with a budget device. And the battery is actually really big on this device. This device features a 4,000 milliamp hour battery, and it features Android 8.0 Oreo. So I'm glad to see that there's a relatively new version of Oreo on the device. Let's look at some of the preloaded applications, as there already looks like there's some that I don't normally see. So we have Opera, which is kind of interesting. That's a web browser, but we have Chrome down here. So Chrome had to be pre-installed because of Google's Android rules, but it looks like they have a deal with Opera as well, so that Opera is put on here as an extra browser. We also have Next Radio, and I'm assuming that's an application so that you can use an FM radio with this. We also have all the normal Google applications here, and let's go into the app drawer and see what else is here. Looks like there's BLU Help. There is also the Amazon app pre-installed, so they must have had some sort of deal with Amazon. Data Clone, Compass, Music, Notes, and here's another Amazon app. We have Prime Video here. There's a Sim Toolkit as well. Sound Recorder, Torch, which is of course the front-facing, or the flash, and YouTube. So there's not much bloatware on here. It just looks like they have a couple of apps from Amazon, and they have Opera. But those are really easy to uninstall if you really wanted to. Another interesting thing here is the bezels. So it looks like we still do have a decent amount of bezel on the bottom. And then of course on the top we have the notch. And there's not much bezel here on the top with that notch there. So that's cool. It does seem like, I don't know, I'm kind of trying to analyze this right now. I'm trying to figure out if this display, like if this really looks good. And I do think it looks good. I think it's nice and bright. Colors look good, so that's great to see. So I think Blue's doing a good job. Yeah, I'm turning into a notch. Sarvin of the King, you are turning into a notch lover, aren't you? Yeah, it's growing on me. I mean, I also have the iPhone XS Max, and that has a nice notch on the top, so I'm pretty used to the notches now. But the display does look good. I mean, despite it being 720p, I think it's a good looking display. I'm looking forward to playing videos on here for the full review and everything. Tana Does Tech. What's up, Kevin Bree? Stop by enjoying the good stream. Hey, thank you. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for watching. So on the right side here, we have the volume rocker and we have the power button. On the left side, we have nothing. On the top, we have the 3.5mm headphone jack and nothing else. On the bottom, we have the micro USB port and the microphone. Now, I do wish that this had USB Type-C. That would have been great because I really like USB Type-C, and that's really the way of the future. And then on the back, of course, we have that 13 megapixel camera and the 2 megapixel camera. We have the flash. We have the fingerprint sensor here, and we have the blue logo down below. And then we have some speakers. And I'm trying to figure out where the SIM card slot is. I don't know if I can remove this back or not. Oh, it's right up top. Whoops, I kind of missed that. So we have the SIM card slot up here. And it looked like it was dual SIM from what I was reading on the back. I didn't even know that. I didn't see that on my original spec sheet. So we'll have to, does it say it on here if it's dual SIM? Yes. Oh, no. Maybe. I'm not sure. We'll talk about that later. Sarvin of the King prefers no notch. The Infinity O looks nice. Yeah, I mean, I think that they can make the notches smaller in some of these devices. That would definitely be a good thing to see because some of them are just ridiculous, especially like the Pixel 3. Now, I do have some of its competitors over here. So we have the Galaxy A6, and I have the LG Stylo 4. So I thought I'd kind of do some comparisons here just to show you, and I'm actually going to adjust the display here so that it doesn't kind of time out at all. Let's see here, display. Oh, it looks like there's an LCD effect, so cool color. Wow, that's interesting. Neutral or warm. So I'm just going to leave that on neutral. It does have adaptive brightness. And I'm going to turn the sleep to 10 minutes because it's kind of hard to do demos here with it always falling asleep. All right. So I'm going to put the device down on the table. And we have the A6 here. All right, A6. And then the Stylo 4. There we go. So let's compare these two first. So the BLU Vivo XL4 and the Samsung Galaxy A6. You can see that the display on the A6 is definitely smaller here than it is on the Vivo. The Vivo has a much larger display. And the body of the Vivo XL4 is a little bit larger as well. But compared to the Stylo 4, it looks like the displays are about the same size in these two devices, except we do have a notch sticking down on the XL4. But the Stylo 4 does have a 1080p display. So it's a higher resolution display on the Stylo 4. So you have to take that into account. But I'd say like on all three of these phones, the displays look really good. And I think Blue did a nice job with the display on the Vivo XL4. And Sarvin of the King is watching on his Stylo 4. Me and Politech helped convince you. Awesome. Glad. Yeah, the Stylo 4 is an awesome phone. I've had a great experience with it. And this is actually the Amazon Prime exclusive version of the Stylo 4. So that means that you can buy it on Amazon if you have a Prime account and it comes unlocked. And this actually works on all 4 major US carriers. So that is one downside just off the bat that I noticed with the BLU Vivo XL4 is that it only works with GSM carriers. It's not going to work with Sprint or Verizon. So that's kind of a downer. But that's not a big deal if you don't use CDMA carriers, I suppose. So if anyone else, does anyone have any more questions? Because otherwise I might end the stream now. And I haven't done a live stream in a while, but I definitely want to do more of them coming up soon because I love kind of the whole interaction thing with everybody. But if you're interested in buying either of these or any of these three phones, then take a look at the link in the video description, as I have links over to Amazon where you can pick these up. And I actually did buy the BLU Vivo XL4 on Amazon, in case you're wondering. And another thing too is the pricing. I wanted to mention that as one last thing. So the BLU Vivo XL4 is available for $149.99. You can buy the Samsung Galaxy A6 for about $200, so $50 more. And the Stylo 4, currently the pricing is at about $180. So all three of these devices are within a $50 range. So something to want to keep in mind if you're kind of trying to decide between the three of these. And I think I'm going to do a full comparison with all three of these devices actually. So I'm looking forward to that. So we've got a lot, we've got a lot of good content coming up here on the channel. And I'm kind of worn out because I've been doing videos all day. But thanks for watching. If you have any last questions, please feel free to leave them in the chat. And if you're watching the replay, then feel free to ask any questions in the comments section. And again, if you want to buy any of these three devices, then there are going to be links in the video description where you can pick those up. And again, shout out to BLU for these really amazing wallpapers. They really look cool. But thank you everybody for watching. We have 13 people watching right now, which is awesome. And I will see you in the next video. Take care and have a great day. Bye.